Welcome back to NAB2023. I'm Bo Lorenzen, and right now I'm hanging out here with Alan. Alan is presenting a technology. You guys are a company that does live streaming of events.
Right. Yeah, so I'm with MediaMonks. We do pretty much everything. We're a large company that does, well, my department is mostly in advanced imaging, so we do a lot of like AR, VR, XR, the whole thing. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
And being, I'm of course into VR,
Yeah.
360 and 180 VR.
Yeah.
I recognize my lens, which is not my lens, but the Canon lens, the 5.2 dual,
Yeah.
but that's not a Canon camera.
Not a Canon camera. So the Canon lens, which is obviously amazing, huge breakthrough in technology for any VR user, is like changed the game, right? Because you no longer need two cameras. One camera, 60 millimeter IPD, no gen locking, none of that stuff, right? And then we're using.
Well, that's really both images on the same sensor.
Right.
Solves your color management and your sync right there.
Yeah, it's color management, sync. It just makes everything easy. Like anybody can really use this lens, so it's fantastic to have this. No more complicated stitching workflows because they have the plugins and everything to align your lenses.
Never-ending plugins.
Yeah.
And so you're focusing, you're shooting this in the field?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We use the lens all the time. We do a lot of sports. We do a lot of concerts, and then we use it also for just when we're not live streaming. We do in-camera recording with it as well. Yeah. Yeah, we're using the Canon lens. The Raptor has an RF mount, so
right,
and it shoots in 8K 60. And
is that a certified RF mount?
I think so.
Because
yeah.
I know that some camera manufacturers are having a hard time getting permission to.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Mount RF lenses.
Yeah, I think Red and Canon. I mean, making an assumption, but I think Red and Canon have a good relationship.
Which is good for everybody.
Which is great for everybody, yeah, because Canon makes.
Can we
great.
turn this and let's take a look at
Yeah,
it?
so
we know the lens up here.
So the really cool thing that's happening here is we are shooting on the Raptor, and it has a fiber back on it. The way the fiber back works is it's plugged into the CF Express card.
Okay.
And it's using that PCIe bandwidth lane to send the camera red. We're doing 800 megabytes per second. Red raw, so the HQ setting, over LC fiber, and we're sending that to a CCU unit that is debayering the image, and then we are then processing that through an 8K. So we're shooting an 8K 60, if I didn't mention that already.
Okay, so basically that super thin fiber cable is what brings us here.
Right. So out of the camera, we're going over fiber. So it's like, as you can see, it's a very neat arrangement of just power, fiber.
Right.
And of course, it's no converters, so you don't have to go to SDI to whatever, We are sending this to our CC unit where you have full control of the camera. We're shooting in 8K 60, live streaming. From the CCU unit, we're using a Blackmagic 8K Constellation to send it to our encoder. At the encoder, we are using an ST map to undistort the image. We're processing, and then we're just using our media server essentially to live stream it. So we're using HEVC as our codec for live stream.
Amazing. And so this is, I believe I heard, so some of the games I've been watching on Meta, you guys are providing those?
Yeah, we do a lot of content for Meta. We do a lot of concerts. We do a lot of sports. We've done the NBA for them for the last 3 years. For the last 3 years. So yeah, we do a little bit of everything. But yeah, our big.
My heroes. And of course, guys, for me the amazing thing is the 8K 60 frames per second. And here it is unwrapped live as we are standing here talking.
Yeah. The big thing if people that know VR, they know that 4K stereo is not great. You can't really see people's faces, anything. So the big thing is to get to 8K. 8K is finally where you get that resolution where you see people's faces. It's the 60 frames is great for sports, and that's really like where we want to be as far as live streaming. So yeah.
So with the fiber cable, how do you sync multiple cameras?
There's a lot. I mean, that's a complicated question.
I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Are you just gen logging them through the
Yes.
fiber, basically?
There's multiple ways to do that. We're still working out our main workflow for this. This is a brand new product, so we're still figuring out our multicam workflows for it. But yes, there are. Yeah, it's complicated because when you're doing a live stream and you have graphics and you have, you know, different sound sources, multiple cameras, it becomes complicated.
Yes. And
Especially
lights
if you're
as
working.
here.
Yeah, and a lot of times it depends on how you're doing the workflow. So if you're in the cloud, which we do a lot of times for a lot of our operations, is we operate in the cloud, or if you're switching on site. It's a lot easier just to switch on site because obviously you just send it to an ATEM and you're able to switch, no problem.
And you have an output at the end of the pipe.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the easy way, but the hard way, there's a lot of the way we actually do it is pretty complicated. Yeah.
So Alan, that's Alan from MediaMonks, and their live streaming system with on-the-fly unwrapping using the Canon lens. Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate
Thank you.
walking
Really
us
nice to
through
meet you.
this.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna go. Is it me? There's nobody here at NAB this year.
Were you here this weekend?
I was not. I got here Monday.
You missed the crowd. Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah.
So I was saying earlier that I thought there was nobody here, but I stand corrected.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of people and a lot of cool products and stuff. It's been a lot of fun.
That's good. We'll see you next year.
Awesome. See you next year. Thanks
Thank
again.
you so much, sir.